Okay. We back. I think. My internet's being pretty shitty tonight, so we'll see. We'll see. What was I doing? What was I doing? Probably gonna need that. I'm not gonna need more of that. Trying to think. I do need bow and arrows, I guess. String and sticks. Hello. I don't know how long this stream is gonna last because my internet's being shit. Nothing seems to be working for me tonight, to be honest. How many do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seriously? Seriously, you don't have enough cobblestone? Ugh. Yeah. So, I was playing off stream and, the world, corrupted again, so I lost all the progress I did from, like, the last 2 streams. So we lost, like, the fossil build. And the farm that we were working on. But the bright side is I was overhauling the farm. That's why I was playing. So the good news is I can just do the farm the way I want to do it now instead of having to like rebuild it from where it was. Now I can just like start it the way I want, which I've already started it, so we good to go. I think. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything here. I don't think so, though. Quite unfortunate, though. I wish shit would stop corrupting. It's really annoying. It's really stupid that they haven't fixed this shit yet. Kind of makes me mad. So I need 5 more dispensers. Five more. It's just stupid. I hate it. Apparently. It's not even that. It's literally just like, how do I say it? It's like annoying because it's literally like there's nothing wrong with it. It's like a glitch that happens at Minecraft where it's like this isn't the same as a crash. This is like a storage space issue. It keeps saying there's a glitch where it'll say you're out of storage space when you're not. And like, so yeah, it's kind of like a problem because it literally thinks that you're out of space and then you're not. And then it won't let you play the world. And then when you try to load it up again, it just says you can't load it because you're out of storage space. And then when you delete it and put another one in, it's fine. And even if you like delete stuff, like even if I got rid of like other worlds, which I do, it still won't let you play it. Like it'll eventually pop up again eventually. So it's like kind of annoying. I wasn't even doing anything. I was literally just working on the farm like I have been doing. And and I did like a raid because I found pillagers, and that's it. And it literally crashed while I was doing like a raid at the village. How many more did I say I needed? 5? 2, 3. 2 more bows. 4, 5. 4, 5. It's like, you wouldn't think this game would be so labor intensive on something, because like, I know obviously there's a lot going on in it, but like there's way more labor intensive games on this console. Like, this console barely makes any noise when it's doing this. It's so annoying. Someday I'm gonna have to switch to computer, honestly. It's making me think about starting a new world once we get to 1.19 though. It's making me think that might be a good idea, because we keep running into these problems. As much as I don't want to. The thought of doing all the stuff that I've done again makes me kind of you know? Like, I don't want to do the whole, like, end water thing again. And I don't have to, really. I could just do something else, right? But, I don't know. I don't really know, like, what I could do. So I think that if we do another world later on, we won't do the whole covering the end in water. What I was thinking, like, a cool thing to do, if we did it again eventually, would be to just get rid of the island altogether. Like, the main island. And just not have it there, and then create a farm. I mean, it will eventually, but, like, if I start, like, a new streaming series with a new world, then I would have not less problems, but you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be a problem I'd have to deal with for a while. If that makes the sense. Bro, I'm so bad at this right now. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be more updates on top of that. So what I'm trying to say is, basically, if like another world came out, if I started another world, we could just start one whenever there's a huge major update. We'd start a new one, basically. Which isn't that bad. I don't mind doing that. Man, I'm not even on the corner. Am I, like, this dumb today? I feel like I'm brutal today. Ugh. Work's got me ruined. I can't even think. Bro. I'm not gonna do the fossil build again, like, on stream, probably. I'll probably just do it off stream, is what I'm thinking. It's not necessary to do that. Let me see. Oh, just the usual crap. Just the stupid people being stupid. I don't know. Knowing that they're being stupid, which is kind of makes you even more mad. Okay, so I'm basically what I'm doing here, by the way, is I'm doing this. I don't know. You don't really know what like how a wheat farm is done, but like I'm doing it as if it were like a wheat farm. Maybe a little more for there actually, because that's kind of ugly. Of course. That should be fine. I have to go get something else to go there. I'm thinking the blue glass might look kind of cool. So the way wheat farm works is that you plant stuff and then water will wash over it and break it. Excuse me. So I'm going to do something like that. I'd already tested it before the world corrupted, so because I had transformed the one we were working on last night into a working one, and well, obviously that didn't last very long, so. So this one should be better. Because, like I said, I worked it out with that one. So this is just the same thing that I had done with the previous one on a larger scale. Because we have more room to do it. Because remember how I said it's going to suck to, like, remake it. Because I had, like, a certain space kind of set out for it at that point. So now we won't have to worry about that. Okay. I did also delete a bunch of stuff off my PlayStation and out of Minecraft, like a bunch of other worlds, so hopefully that'll fix the space issue. Because I've seen on online places people have said that helps. Hopefully. Like, it's not so bad when it occurs all, like, every now and then, like, you know, but, like, I just don't want it to happen, like, on a constant basis. Like, if it happens, like, every time I play, then that's gonna be, like, a serious problem, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put a door here. Yeah. Put a nice blue little porch area here. Got one more. And we will do this. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't do it long enough on this side. I'm so dumb. What is, like, see? I'm not even counting right tonight. It's brutal. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so this is going to be like the collection room part of it. Next thing I want to do is finish the actual farm. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is they grow to a certain height, and then we hit a button that makes this dispense water the whole way down, which breaks the trees, because that's how that works, and it'll go into hoppers right here. And that should be a little bit more efficient, and we don't have to have the thing covered in then either. We can have it, you know what I mean? So we just got to work on doing the hoppers and stuff. Only problem I never really thought of is that the door is here, but I guess we could probably just filter it to here. Let me see. If the hopper's there, we're gonna need like. I'll just put that there, I guess. And then we'll just filter all the other hoppers into that one. I'm going to take some of those back anyway, so don't worry about that. It's just a quick little fix. We'll do that, and then we'll do... We're going to have to leave 2 here, I guess. Like that. We're going to need more hoppers, though, aren't we? Oh, how are you doing? You say it was a rough day? Yeah, me too, me too. I feel that. I gotta go in tomorrow and then I'm off for a day, so that's a bright side, I guess. Yeah. There we go. I never tested the water on this yet, so hopefully this works, because we might need to make it shorter if it doesn't. I don't remember the actual distance of the actual distance that water travels. If not, we can just make the decline part there a little bit different. Okay. Question is, do I just wire this down the side, do you think? Or do I put the switch up here? Maybe put it up here. Like, say, here. Because that should turn them all on. Okay, now we just need to get a shit ton of water. I don't want to like put any of the flowers or anything in there until we make sure that it works, because obviously that could be a problem. Let me see. We don't need these comparators or repeaters, sorry. Put those back. Trying to get rid of any blocks I don't need. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Oh, wrong one. Damn it. That one. Okay. Now all I need is to fill up all of these buckets. I don't remember how many buckets of water it is. I'll figure it out in a second. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Should be enough. Basically, I have to put a bucket of water in each one of those. This is a type of farm I haven't done in a while either. I don't even think we've done one like this on this world or stream at all, have we? I think it should work. I'm pretty sure water breaks these. I feel like it does because I remember using a water bucket or something in the end at one time or something like that. Okay, so that should release water. It goes all the way down. Yep, perfect. Okay, perfect. And then when we hit it again, it should retract all the water. Perfect. Okay. So we're good. We're good to go. We're good to go. We got this shit. We got this. Need a door, and we need some chorus fruit. I'm also going to get rid of some of this water, because obviously we don't need a bunch of water, do we? Okay. Need the rest of it on us, and we'll put all these other buckets away. Bucket, 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 bucket. Bucket. Mr. Bucket. Do you remember Mr. Bucket? The game? Didn't have it when I was a kid. I don't mean that. I just mean, do you remember it? Okay, what did I say? Doors. The doors. You don't remember Mr. Bucket. How dare you? I'm joking. Mr. Bucket was really cool. Well, it's really stupid. It was literally, it sounds really dumb, but like, basically, he has these balls in him. It's like a bucket, and he has balls in him. And he spits the balls out of his mouth, and you have to pick them up and put them back in the bucket. And that was the whole kid's game. And it's really dumb. We'll probably just go get some of the coarse fruit off the actual plants we have over there too. There we go. She's like, sounds like it. It does though. Did I really make one side 3 blocks and one side 4 blocks? That is gonna bother me so fucking much. And now I want to fix it. I swear I'm brutal today. Like, I'm actually brutal at building stuff. Like, I just can't. I don't know why. But for some reason I'm having so much trouble with it. And I just used the wrong pickaxe and broke that glass. Fuck. It's okay, it's fixable. It's just annoying. This needs to be that wide. And then basically... that has to go up like that. Right? Yeah, okay. So I need more blue glass and more purple. Which is funny and kind of ironic because it's literally why we're making this farm. Blue glass and purple. Blue glass. See, I did have the porch the right height. The whole time I had this part done wrong. I am so dumb. Here. And then that like that. And then that like that. Like, how did I screw that up so bad? See? And then this here is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be like this. There we go. Symmetrical, just the way we like it. Okay. Let's put this shit away and we'll go get some coarse fruit. Maybe what happened was we did a little bit too much exploration when we did the fossil thing. I don't want to do that till the next update because I feel like they might fix some of the problems in the next update. Because they are working on making the, what's the word, the parity between Java and Bedrock a little bit closer. So, hopefully they work on that a bit. Like, come on, Mojang, please fix these like major issues. Like, it's brutal. I like how I'm talking to Mojang, like they're actually gonna watch my stream and listen to me, as if they care. Bro, are you fucking kidding me right now? Fucking drowns. Get out of here. Jeez. Ooh, trident though. Yoink. I need one more flower. Okay, so I can get that from the other one. And I love the noise when you break it. The cool. Love it. So, it might not be the most efficient farm ever, like, it's not gonna give us, like, a whole lot all at once, but it's gonna be a lot easier than going mining. Plus, seeing as how we're around this area a lot, it should, make it a little bit easier. I could have done it with, like, 6 slots for these, but I figured this was enough. And they should be far apart enough that it shouldn't be an issue. Just gotta wait for them to grow now. I like this a little bit better, too. I think it's nicer looking. The other one was kind of eh. I wasn't happy with how it turned out, but I wasn't going to just, you know, straight up ditch it. Anyways, let's talk about some other shit besides work and crap, because work is dumb, and I'm so dumb with dealing with shit there. I don't know what to talk about now. I was trying to think about what I should stream tomorrow night for a game. We should do a retro game. But what do you think we should do? Do you have any ideas? Do you think I should do... Okay, so we have options. We could do Shinobi 3 on Sega Genesis from the Sega collection, because it has to be something on my PlayStation, obviously. We could do a different Capcom game like we did with Ghouls and Ghosts, but like Strider or something else. Like that beat 'em up one that was on their Final Fight. What else could we do? We could play Doom. I wouldn't mind playing Doom again, maybe, or Doom 2. We did Doom 64 on stream. I don't think we did any of the original Dooms. We did Quake. Just something retro, you know. Retro Wednesday, as it were. At least we never lost our computer speakers. That would have sucked. The only other thing we lost to is the maps. Gotta redo the maps at the mushroom thing again. Maybe that's what's causing it. It seems like every time that I update the maps, I have a problem. Maybe I should just get rid of the maps altogether if it's causing that much of an issue. Like, you know? Let's put all this stuff back now. Oh, bother. But yeah, I don't really know what game would be like a good one to do. What do you think sounds more interesting? Or what do you think I would enjoy? God, I love this music so much. Like I actually do. Okay, put that there and that there. That way we can take these out of the way here, because we're pretty much done with those for now. Wrong one. Perhaps we should sleep. Really? Really, really? I wish I could play the Metal Gear Solid games. The only one I can really do is 5, which we've already done before, remember? So, I'm not really as interested in that game. That game, I kind of played so much that I don't think I could play it anymore. Like, it has to be something... I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be super retro, but just something decent. I could buy something on PS2, too. I don't know. I just don't know what. I'm waiting for these trees to grow at least 1 block high, just to test it out, see if it works. I wish I could see like what was on the store right now while I was streaming, so I could just see if there was like an idea we could have. I might do Doom or something if I don't think of a PS2 one. If I can think of like a PS2 game that would be fun to play through, that one might be kind of a cool thing to do through a couple streams. I'd like to do something that continues for more than one stream, but I don't know what, obviously. So I have to figure that out, I guess. Not necessarily for like a month, you know what I mean? But something that I could do in like a few streams. Although maybe 1 month. Like I don't want games to go on for too long unless it's like a new one that we're really into or something. Like I don't want to go back to like a retro game and then be playing it for like half a year. Because obviously that'll get boring. So I want to do something that like we could beat in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, I've really been thinking about that stuff, like the other content besides Minecraft stuff. Like, because I don't mind, I love playing Minecraft, obviously, it's my favorite game, like, ever. But, you know, I'd like to do something else. And Minecraft will 100% be the main thing on this channel for the foreseeable future. Because if I had it my way, like if I had, say I had a computer, I had all the setup that I want to have, I would have like 1 day dedicated to retro games, 1 day dedicated to Minecraft parkour, Bed Wars shit, and then another day dedicated to like a different game, just like a newer game that's out, just something that we've been playing through or something. Okay, let's test this. Let's test this, baby. It's working. The other thing I could do is put an observer here, and once it gets to a certain height, it'll automatically turn on. That would be kind of cool. Maybe that's an idea. Like, obviously, see, we're not getting very much out of it, and we never got any of the fruit back, but... Because we have... The problem with these farms is that you pretty much have to replant every time that you, do anything. Unfortunately. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's an idea, though. Yes, indeed. Let's cook us some of these chorus fruit. Jeez, this is before I even went and got blaze rods. Ugh. Ugh. Excuse me. I hear that guy. Where is he? He's a dead man. Wait. Hang on a second. Are you selling anything good, though? No, of course not. That would just make sense, wouldn't it? Rip. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I did, but then when the world corrupted or whatever and reset, now I don't have them no more. So there's that. We could go get them, but I'm trying to wait around here to let that stuff grow. Should sleep though. We haven't slept in a while. Maybe we'll go and get some and just say fuck it. I wish I could play PlayStation 3 games on stream. That would be cool. There's so many PS3 games that I want to go back and play now, and I can't because, like, there's just no way. Because Sony just doesn't make it a possibility, unfortunately. Oh, you bastard. They always turn, like, as soon as I... That went through him. You seen that. I'm not crazy. Bro, I give up. He's not really, like, held on. He's just kind of... He's held on with love. I'm not. I guess so. I guess you're right. I'll take your word for it. Okay. Okay, well. Bye-bye. Where did he... How did you spawn over there? Sir? Anyways, I'm outie. I'm gonna turn off the mob sounds again, I guess. To the Blaze Farm. Settings. Oops. And blocks, right? That's the other one, I think. Yeah, there we go. Let's chill out here for a bit, shall we? Yeah, so I don't really know what stuff we can do tomorrow. I wish there was more Sega games on the Sega collection. Like this one here for PS3 that I have, has so many games on it. Like way more. It says the best Sega Genesis collection ever, and they're not lying. It really is good. This one. I don't even think it says on here. It might say in the manual. There's a bunch of ones that are hidden too. It was like a thing where like you complete a game in a certain way, or you beat a certain game and unlocks another game. I thought that was really cool. It says Golden Axe, Echo the Dolphin. Echo's not on the new collection one, is it? That's surprising. Streets of Rage, Vector Man. That's the only ones it lists in here. You know what, I'm gonna look it up on my phone. I'm actually curious to tell you which ones are on there. Because it's called Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Jeez, turned down my brightness, hey. I look like a ghost on stream. Aha, there's a Wikipedia. List of games. Alex the Kid in Enchanted Castle, Alien Storm, Altered Beast, Beyond Oasis, that's a really good game. Bonanza Brothers, Columns, Comics Zone, Decap Attack, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Dynamite Heady, Echo the Dolphin, Echo Tides of Time, E-SWAT, Fatal Labyrinth, Flicky, Gain Ground, Golden Axe 1, 2, and 3, Kid Chameleon. Oh, it's not the Pistons, it's the Trident that's in there. I'll turn it off till they start spawning. Phantasy Star 2, Phantasy Star 3, Phantasy Star 4, Rise Star, Shining Force 1, 2, Shining the Darkness, Shinobi 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Sonic 3 isn't even on the new collection, is it? Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3, Super Thunderblade, Vector Man, and Vector Man 2. Unlockable extra games. Alter Beast Arcade, Fantasy Zone, Golden Axe Warrior, Phantasy Star Master System version, Shinobi Arcade, Space Harrier, and Zaxxon. Like, that's a lot of games. It's more than the other one, for sure. I'm not saying that the one that's on PS4 is bad. It's just I don't know. Just wish there was more. It's pretty much got all the same ones that one that we played has. But it has probably like 15 more. Maybe I should go over and look at my PS2 games on the shelf. I know a lot of them are for sale on the PlayStation Store. If there was one I could play, then I would. It's only like $20. I wish there was some way to stream Crazy Taxi. That would be fun. Really, if I want more blaze rods, I should be doing this. Because I have fortune on this, so like they will drop more. Watch. It's probably like... Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Not many spawning tonight, is there? Weird. Like, I wish there was a way to play a lot of these games, honestly. Like, I wish there was a way to play this. The Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. Because I would play the shit out of Peace Walker on stream. Peace Walker is one of my favorite Metal Gear games. Or if they remastered and re-released this, or this, I would totally play it. I think there's something in the works for Resistance, honestly, because they're always posting shit about it, so... Doesn't go into the hopper unless you turn this on. I think because it bounces the item around to where the hopper is. I'm gonna try and get like 35. Should be enough for now. We did probably lose a lot of ore though. That's the only other thing. Because there was a lot of ore that we had 1 blaze rod out of 3 blazes. Are you kidding me? That's some bullshit. Like, watch how loud this is once you turn everything on. Because that's the trident making that noise, not the... That's the pistons. And that's the blaze. It didn't even drop one. I mean, we played through Ghostbusters. That was fun. The only thing is that was a remaster, see? So it's got to be like a game that they've put out on PS4 at least, right? So we can play it. We got 8 that time. Like, it just makes 0 sense. Sometimes we'll get like no blaze rods, and other times we'll get a bunch. That was probably my second favorite playthrough we've done. Playing Final Fantasy was probably my favorite. Honestly. And yeah, that one was really fun to go through. See, I knew I could beat that game in a certain amount of time because I've done it before, but not enough times that I would get bored. So, you know, let's try to find a game that's kind of like that. Just can't really afford to buy like a brand new game right now. So they're like $100. Brutal. trying to think if there's any games that were recently remastered. There is a game I really want to play on stream that's out. It's a remake slash remaster of a game that was on Sega Saturn back in the day, and it's called Exhumed. And it's kind of like a Doom clone, like one of those type shooter games, but it's a really old one. And I only played it once way back in the day, and I haven't played it since. And I'd like to play it because I think that would be fun. I think it's like $30 or something. Planning on getting that eventually, because it is a very good game. And it was one of those games that was like really rare for a long time because obviously where it was on Sega Saturn it wasn't popular. So it became kind of a rare game. And there was a PC version of it, but it wasn't the same game. They were like two completely different games. And so basically this remaster remake that they put out is those two versions kind of mixed together, like the best of both of them, to make like one really good one. So that's kind of cool. Power Slave Exhumed, I think is what it's called. Because it was called Power Slave here in North America, and then everywhere else it was called Exhumed. Bees. Bees. And at least this farm is in the area too. That's why I tried to make it sure it was with the sheep farm. And the gold farm, like in this one little chunk. I wish you could see chunk borders on this version. It would be so much easier. Update that one map this year for the main world part. This one. And is it this one? I think it's this one, right? Yeah. Just so that shows up. There you go. There it is. Hello, guys. See, we lost this part now. I gotta redo that again. I don't know if it's the maps that's doing it, or, like, I don't know what's doing it. Like, I don't have an actual solution to the problem. It's so annoying. I wish I did. Because it'd be nice, wouldn't it? To know how to fix it, you know? Because right now, I'm kind of stumped on the matter. Alright, we cooked some, didn't we? No. I almost done it. And he always sleeps. He loves sleeping, don't he? I swear. Yeah, see? So we can make purple blocks. I guess pretty pog. It's pretty, sick. I like it. Oh, we can make end rods. I forgot about that. You can use blaze rods and this together to make end rods. That way we don't have to go looking for those either. Because they're like my favorite light in the game. Well, second favorite. Sea lanterns will always be my favorite. Although, frog lamps, they might take over. Not gonna lie. Frog lamps look pretty cool. Did we look at the updated stuff? Like the newer stuff that they added in the experimental update. Like, have you seen frog lamps? You've seen frogs, right? We can go screw around with that stuff if we want, instead of just chilling out here. I don't really know what to do. Like, I had a whole thing planned, and then when the world corrupted, it kind of fucked me up. Maybe I will do that. As long as I remember to delete it afterwards. Down, down, down. All the chunks show coordinates. Wild update. Vanilla experiments. Should be good. Okay. We're playing in creative here, so you know how that goes. Like, if we started a new world right now, this is what it would look like, pretty much. Just this. It is very different. Even when I do screw around with these ones, it's so different. We also have that one that we started, too, when the update came out, remember? When we couldn't get our world to load. It was interesting. The game is so different now, though, like... So different. Wonder if I could replicate the Warden darkness effect like we did that time, and it didn't stay. Like, we tried to replicate it again and then it didn't do anything. I should try that. These are regular Minecraft textures, by the way. This isn't my texture pack, just so you know. Where are the frog lamps? They're there. Okay, let's try and replicate the darkness effect. I want to see it in the dark to, like, see how potent it is, because I haven't done that. The last time we did it, it happened, like, accidentally, and it was outside. Hey. Hey. They didn't add any of this stuff yet, so... Okay. So we got a shrieker. And... a couple sensors. Oh, here we go. Oh man, that is so dark. That will be terrifying if something is chasing you. That pulsing. Doesn't last very long though, does it? It seems to be a thing where, like, I can only get it to work a certain way. But yeah, these are the frog lamps. That's why I was saying these might be the only thing that might take over my love for sea lanterns, because they have, like, this... They look kind of like sea lanterns, but they're colored. I like that. If only they gave off colored light, that would be cool. Yeah. I don't know how you get them. I would assume from frogs, I guess, but... hopefully not, like, killing them, because I'll feel bad killing the frogs. This is a neat little village. I wish the warden was in the game already. At least, like, in this version. Like, in creative, so you could, like, screw around with it, you know? How do I clear the entire... I'm literally just trying to... There we go. Trying to get rid of all that stuff. Okay. I might honestly go back to regular Minecraft texture soon because there's so much animation in a lot of the blocks that we're not getting right now with the stupid texture pack because they screwed it up. Oh, there's the goat horn. They didn't add the other goat horns yet, did they, in this? I don't think so. Potions of harming. There's so many items in this game. It's insane when you think about where it came from. Yeah, because basically these horns you're going to be able to blow on them to make music, which is kind of cool, I guess. Like that. Like it's the raid one, this the regular one is, but it's so cool. They should add the other ones so you can play around with them. I hate that they only do it in like the beta versions. Like just do it in here so we can play around with it on consoles too. I'd like to try all the new stuff. Apparently there's gonna be like a recipe that you can do with this and like copper or something. Like I don't think that you can do it. To make like different ones basically. But yeah, you'll be able to make like different types of horns. I love the tadpoles, they're so cute. Look how cute they are! Oh my god! It's not even fair. They're so freaking cute. It's fun playing around in the new generation sometimes. Random jungle trees over here. Oh, never mind. There's actually like a little jungle biome. Interesting. Most interesting. I want to see what the new swamps are like. Like I want to like actually go to one and play and see. Man, the world generation's so different. It's so jarring sometimes. Is that another village over there? Like, look how weird this is right here. This is such a weird generation. It's cool, though. Be a cool place to build a house, honestly. Honestly. What's over here? A ruined portal. A little village with a random, very random snow area. That's strange. Oh no, what's some... Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. No. Okay. Oh. Oh, it's an abandoned village. Huh. See, I like stuff like this too. This is cool. How the water stops there. It's like a dam. But realistically, you can just like do this in the game. Right. Wait, is that a fucking... Is that like a single piece of sugar cane just in the middle of the ocean? Like, as soon as frogs come out, I'm getting some as pets. I don't give a shit. I can't wait. They're so freaking cute. It'd be cool to create like a little indoor pond with some frogs. I don't know if the axolotls will attack the frogs. I hope not. Because that would also be cool to screw around with a little bit. I like making like the little terrariums and stuff. They're always fun to do. We can find out. We're in creative. Spawn eggs. Axolotl is, yeah, the pink one. Why is there light over here? Huh? Oh, there's sea pickles. I was like, what? Okay, let's find out, okay? Here's some frogs. Different colored ones because of the biome. Axolotls. No, they don't seem to attack them. Attacking that zombie over there, but... Okay, well that's good, so they can live in harmony. Want to see something really cool? Zombie horse. A rabbit, a parrot, enderman, silverfish. Polar bear. Elder Guardian. Zoglin. These don't exist in the game either. Oh, they don't like anything. Stop killing everything! Jerk. Go on, get out of here. Asshole. Killed my horse. How dare you? No, I know, right? Damn. Like, chill out. I like that there's tadpole eggs. That's cool. I don't like the noise they make. It is cool when they hatch, though. Is there, like, a way to, like, change what one it is? I guess not, hey. I guess not, hey. Yeah, see how they, like, break into, like, tadpoles? It's cute. That guy's struggling to get in the water. Oh, no. Is this one not gonna hatch? Oh, there it is. Cute. Cute. What's down here? Exploring. Nothing. It's just a giant hole. The hole. Could put a house down there, though. Where is... Like, we get this stuff spawn in the outer areas of my world, but it's not quite the same, though. This is cool. Like, this little area. You could probably go right down to the very bottom of this one. Damn. Like, see, we get caves like this, but we don't get them quite to the extent that you get them in this version. Watch this. Can I really not reach the bottom? Oh, I guess we're going up. You can go below the world in this too. It's so weird when you go below that. I know there's a way you can do that in the actual game. By growing a tree or something. You can go in the void below. There's a big mountain. Like, eventually we will start a new world in this. I'm thinking once this 1.19 we'll do it. But, it's definitely gonna be weird. Let me see if I can... What's this? See if we can go into the void. It's so weird, eh? But yeah, that's the frog lamps. I don't really know what else to show you on here. I could just play some mini games or something, maybe, or go back to the survival world. I just thought it was interesting. The frog lamps will be cool when they add them to the game. I think I'm gonna change a lot of stuff with those if we continue the regular world. I mean, realistically, we could have 2 worlds going at the same time, but it might be kind of a pain in the butt, you know? Delete. Delete that shit. Look, here's one we haven't been to in a while. Getting nostalgic now. I actually do really like this world too, honestly. Proud of how this one turned out. Having what affected my current world? Oh, I forgot he was there. We got the pink sheep, right? Kirby. Man, I forgot about all this shit. The test world? Oh, the one I just started? And deleted? Yeah, I really like this one too. It's one of my favorites. Only obviously second to the one to the main world. If this one would be a contender, honestly, for updating instead of starting an entirely new world, I would think about just updating this one to the 1.19 update and continuing this world instead of starting an entirely new one. Because we got a lot of shit here already. We're already pretty far in this. And on top of that, we have a lot of, we know kind of like what we're doing here. Like, we're not really good on armor or anything, but, like, we could get better. I'd say if I put my mind to it, we could probably, beat the Ender Dragon in this one real quick. Because I don't think we did, right? We'd have to do the Wither and stuff, too. That's another thing. The most inconvenient staircase. It is a nice world, though. I like that one. And is that what you meant? Oh, that is what you meant by the test world. I don't know. Let's try it. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I don't think it did. I don't think it's anything like that that's fucking with it. I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem to be anything in specific that's triggering the crashes in it, right? Because it's not getting corrupted and crashing. It's crashing and it's corrupted because it crashed. You know what I mean? So, like, trying to figure out what the deal with it is the problem. And it's not like I can, like, ask somebody to diagnose it for me because obviously, for one, they wouldn't know. And for two, it's literally, it's on a console. So it's not even like I can go through the files on anything right now. don't like. There's a few theories I have as to what's happening, but I don't know if they're right. Is the problem? I think it's possibly updating the maps, because it seems to happen whenever we update maps. It seems to be like not necessarily that stream, but like a couple of times game plays later it happens. We get a crash. And I also think it has to do with saving, because it always happens when it's auto-saving. That's when it crashes. Because when it crashed tonight, I was like right here. I was right here. It auto-saved, like it's doing right now. And I was fighting an illager, and I shot an arrow. And it didn't show the arrow go, and I was like, why didn't the arrow shoot? And then it like lagged really hard, the arrow shot, and then it crashed. And I don't know, like, that's such a random time for that to happen. Oh my god, why is it having a town meeting? How? Watch this shit. Ready? Ready for the funniest shit ever? That never gets old for me. I'm gonna submit this world to that that YouTuber too at the end of the month, once it becomes a year old. Ha 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 ha. They're so stupid. Stupid villagers. It don't seem to be going to the end. That's the problem. I like, see what I mean? Like, I don't know what like the deal is. Like, I can go to the end right now. I bet you we won't have a problem. It's something that happens during the autosave that causes it. And I don't know whether it's if you're loading too many chunks too fast, because when I did shoot that arrow and I was going into that dude, I was dive bombing like this, and I shot the arrow. And I landed in the water real quick. So it could be just like you're loading too much of the game while it's trying to autosave type of deal, right? Because that's the same kind of thing that's happening with the end, really, right? When we go through the portal while it's autosaving, it seems to corrupt. Because it's trying to load a huge chunk of the world that we've created while it's saving. But it's trying to save the overworld, and we're going to a different realm, so like it's weird. Like, see, I just went through and it's autosaved. Let's see if it does anything. I don't think it will, because it just started. See, no problem. It's so weird. Like, I literally don't know what's triggering it. And I got a different error this time than the last time. The last time when we went through the portal and it did that, it said cannot load your world due to corruption. When it did it today, it said you're out of storage space, and then when I tried to load the world up, it just said there's no storage space, cannot load world, or whatever. And so, like, obviously they're two completely different issues, but they seem to be somewhat related. It sucks. It's just I put so much time into this world, and I don't want to not be able to play it, you know? Like, maybe when I move to PC, it'll be more forgiving. Because I can transfer this to a PC then, right? You know? And do it like that. I think we'll just go fishing. Just have some chill fishing time. It doesn't seem like anything is going right tonight, I don't think. Yes, that's what I wanted. The fishing rod with the carrot on the end. They are mad. Y'all need to chill out. We should do that again sometime soon too. Do the pearl fountain thing I said I wanted to do, where the pearls just were like getting shot out of a tube. That reminds me. The last time that the world corrupted, the Enmite that was up here disappeared. Is he still here now? I think he is, because they're getting mad. He is. Because the last time it corrupted when we went through the portal was after I name tagged a new one and put one there, because the other one despawned for some reason, which it shouldn't have done. That's besides the point. Interesting. I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know what to do with this world. Once again, I don't want to lose it, because it's almost like a... What's the word? It's like a comfort world. It's like a home away from home. When you're stressed out, I can come here. Problem is this is stressing me out. I think I forgot how to fish. Damn. Oh my god. My back. I want to play Nightmare on Elm Street on stream again. The game was fun to play on stream. The game's fun to play anyways. It's like a so bad it's good game. Nah, it's not even that bad. Can we still fish off the boat? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Can we... Is there still a spot that we can stand where there's not flowing water? Right here, apparently. Huh. Interesting. Boots. I think I'm like super proud that I did this part of the world too, which is like why I don't want to... Another reason why I don't want to give up this world yet. We'll keep going as long as we can. If it gets to a point where like it's like unplayable, like there's no way for me to back up or change it, then obviously we're not gonna be able. We're gonna have to, but I don't really want to. That's the problem. I'm like attached to it. Like, I think it's crazy that people have, like, 5-year worlds. Like, that's nuts. It's even crazier, like, you think about Philza and, like, his worlds and shit. Like, he's had that world... He had a world for 5 years. And he never died a single time in it. Like, that's nuts. And the game is on hard mode. And the one he's on now is like 3, so like that's crazy. Hello, Mickey. Come up, Mickey. Come up, sir. But then he's on Java too, so like it's more stable. There might come a time, I guess, where I might have to switch to Java because, I mean, like, it's pretty brutal doing this stuff. Unless they eventually fix the problem. Because I'm not the only person that has this problem either. There's multiple people. This is like a known issue on their bug reports and stuff like that. So they know about it. It's just like, when are you going to fix it? I think the thing with it is that it's not like a huge problem because a lot of people don't play Minecraft to the extent that they get a world that's that big. The only people that are really having the problems are people that have a world that's really old, like this one, that's consistently played, or people that have a server with multiple people. Those people are the ones that are having the most problems with this. Because say, like, for example, let's just say I started a server, or I started a realm with like 5 of my friends, right? And everybody is playing on this server and flying around and building and doing whatever together, and they're all loading chunks. 5 people loading chunks. That world gains size quite quickly, right? Like, it could be like a couple weeks old and make it up to like 900 megabytes, almost a gigabyte. And these bugs with the corruption stuff seem to happen when a world gets above 800 megabytes. A lot of the people that are having problems, it's around there. And this world right now is like 1.2 gigabytes. It says 1 in the Minecraft menu, but if you go into the save data menu, it says 1.2, 1.20 gigabytes. So, which isn't a lot, really. But for some reason, the game just doesn't want to work. And that sucks. Bro, I hit that right on the time. There you go. I wonder what that book that we just got was. I swear to God, if it's a mending book, I'm gonna die. Damn! That's a good book, though. Maybe we should do some more. Haha! You're allergic to water. Maybe we should do some more builds here at some point, too. Like, work on some more of the towers. Because I said I wanted to change all the obsidian towers, remember? And I never did. Because I became scared to come here. I was scared to come here all the time. Like, it's gotten to a point with this world where, like, I have it backed up in 2 separate places because I don't want to overwrite any old files. Like, I still have the file from... I have, like, different versions of this world from different dates. Before we had less problems. Which is kind of cool, I guess, to a certain degree. Because I have it on 2 different USB drives. And I have it on the cloud. And the one that we're playing right now is downloaded from a USB drive. Because it's funny, because today, before I started playing off stream, I was like, I should probably back this up before I start playing, just in case. And I was like, nothing's gonna happen. It's weird. And then it fucking crashed, like, off stream. And I was like, fuck, why didn't I do that? Because then, like, that whole thing that we did with the fossil and the crane and stuff is all gone now. I gotta do that again. And then we also gotta do, like, the maps again, and... ugh. It's just so dumb. The good thing is that there's not, like, a whole lot of progress. It's not like I built, like, a giant farm, or, like, I built the castle or something and lost that, because that would be devastating. Because that already happened once. That was the last time it corrupted before now, right? If I'm correct. It was when we were building the tower and the castle, we went to the end, and it corrupted when we went through the portal. Like a month ago, maybe? And I had to redo all the steps and stuff offline. Are they good or what? You guys good? There's a lot of you here right now. Damn. Somebody fell in the water. I can hear him. This farm works really well, though. It does work a lot better since we fixed it. I wonder if I could get it even better. My other option for the next world, if we ever did it, was to either get rid of this island that we're standing on, or block out into the void and create an Enderman farm in the void, because a lot of people do that because that's the most efficient way to make an Enderman farm. Like, you don't need to do the water thing. The water thing is kind of more like a flex than anything. I'm proud to say that I've actually done it, though. Because, like, watching, say, someone that, like, made me want to stream Minecraft to begin with, doing stuff like that, and then inspired me to do it myself was kind of, you know, do my own take. The whole idea with it. Like, I wouldn't have thought about doing any of this, like, if it wasn't for watching Phil or something, you know? Watching them fall down is funny. So good. The way he just looked out over the edge. We're getting our levels up again now anyway. Because we were up to 75 before I lost it. And had to re-fucking start, so... we get back to there now, too. Tonight. It's more of a catch-up stream than anything. Plus the little distraction of... the update. I can't wait for the Warden. I can't wait to try something new. The new stuff that they showed, like the secret, like, laboratory underneath the main, like, altar part is really cool, too. See, I need to fix this. I think if I fix this, the Enderman farm would actually be better. Like, I could be wrong. Problem is, I feel like it's gonna ruin, like, the aesthetic, because I really like the openness of this area. Because I don't think that they could teleport into the portal. I think they could go here. And then we'd have to lower it here on the edge. If I have enough glass, we could do that now, but I don't think I do. I think we had to cook the glass, like the last time. Because remember, we cooked the glass the last stream. We cooked the sand. We'd have to do that again. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck. And we had more because we did the build. I should probably get some though, just in case, just to... Maybe next stream we could do that. Careful not to hit the foxies. And teleport. Man, this one, like, he sleeps a lot. Usually they wake up as soon as you, like, they'll sleep if you're sneaking. But if you stand up, they won't stop sleeping. But this guy just literally sleeps nonstop. Like, see how Luna, like, jumped up, like, as soon as I came close there? Okay, let me get this other stuff. There should be stuff over here still, right? The chests are doing that glitch again. Excuse me? Why, though? See, look. Like, that stuff just wasn't there. Like, that's so weird. There's so many weird things going on in this world. Like, see, you shouldn't do that. Right? Where'd it go? Is anyone here? Here we go. Okay. It's so weird, like, that it does that occasionally. It doesn't do it very often, but it's a weird glitch. Do need to turn all these into some blocks. This in here. We had a bunch more iron too, which kind of sucks because we lost that. I need to make more carrots again. Where are carrots? Two up here, right? Yep. Because we had the carrots and then we used them all. There's no more in here, right? No. Did not think so. Because this is before we even broke our end chest, because we broke it when we were doing the build. Huh. The more you know. And knowing is half the battle. Okay, where's the chest? Here it is. Go. Do as many of these as we can. Like that. Turn those back into those. And then all that back into that. There we go. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Like, at all. There we go. That in there, and we'll put these other ones in here. Perfect. No stress, no stress. We got this. We working, we working. We need to go get some of this, some of the chorus fruit, buds. From these. Ooh, 3-1. Spy. Fancy. Ah, fuck, I'm using Fortune One. I'm so dumb. There we go. I keep screwing up. There we go. Okay, and we need to plant one. I don't want to lose these. These are like our aesthetic trees, so they are still important. Okay, so the thing might be with this farm is probably to get the flowers first and then turn it on so that we get the, because I think you still get the I think you still get the coarse fruit from the like stem part of it too. It just won't grow as long as there's, like, you gotta have it like that. Let's break that so that it grows like that. And we'll plant this other one over here. There we go. Okay. Still there? Gone to sleep? Not talkative tonight. It's okay. You don't have to be. I wonder if this could teleport me if I ate it right now. Just chilling. I love how these teleport you around. Like at random. You don't know where you're gonna go. Oh, that actually showed up on the fucking map. I never even thought about that. Huh. 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 We could go to the end and try and do that. I don't want to push the game though. I'd rather back it up first and then do that later. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This farm. Just like a little purple dot. Okay, so let me try something now. Let me get these first. At least 4 of them. Don't have to be all of them. That way I can replant them. Right. And I should get chorus fruit still. Okay. Let's try it. Yeah, see? Chorus fruit. So it does work. Cool. So we got it working. That's good. Now if I could automate it, that would make it even more pog. Only problem is we can't get the fruit if we automate it. And we need them. I mean, we can't get these. And we need these to replant them. Unless we have, like, an abundance or something built up. Ugh. What do you mean? How does it break them all at once? Oh, when I flip the switch, every single one of these dispensers has a bucket of water in it. So when you flip the switch, they all dispense water, and water flows down and breaks the trees, and then all the stuff that they drop flows into these hoppers. And then when I flip it again, it turns off the water. People use that in farms a lot. It's a really easy way to just collect materials real quick. Oh, there was one flower there too. People do it with, like, netherwort and, like, wheat and stuff like that. Like, you can do a wheat farm like that. It never even occurred to me last night when I was building it. Like, I went with the piston idea, which is a similar idea. It's just a different way of breaking them. And it never occurred to me that I could break them with water. If it had, I would have did that. And then when I was at work today, I was thinking, man, I could do that with the water because it's not a tree. It's a plant. So, yeah. Maybe what we can do is we can put a chest on the top. Or a shulker box. And we can put, like, the plant part of them in it. The more you know. Now you know. Welcome to the ConkerChimera stream, where you learn something every stream. Good or bad. Yeah, so basically it just flows water out and breaks it, that's all. I guess it's kind of similar to the thing that's going on with the, yeah, see, we'll just put this here, and then we can put the coarse flowers in there. It's kind of similar to the gold farm, I guess. It's just using dispensers for water and stuff. Because I don't know if I've ever explained this farm to you. But, Hang on, let me get on top of it so it's a little bit easier to talk about. But basically, this farm has lava here with these trapdoors. And what happens is the lava is technically touching the obsidian, so it lights the portal, right? But if you put water in another portal when it's lit, it'll break the portal and you won't be able to go through it anymore. So there's a dispenser right here that's dispensing water, which is also, on that note, as a second job, a flow of water to bring the pigmen down. But essentially how this farm works is that whenever I push the trigger, this piston activates and pulls this back, which makes the water dispenser here, which is just a bucket of water, makes it turn on and off, kind of like just like a clock, like it turns on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So that way the portal lights and then breaks and lights and breaks and lights and breaks and lights and breaks, and then every time that it lights and breaks, every time that it breaks, it has a chance of dropping a pigman out of the portal. So that's why. See? Show you now if I can get up there while it's lit. See? The water turns on and off and the portal lights and unlights. And then every time it breaks, a pigman comes out. Hence, then the pigmen flow down and fall down to their death, and they drop gold. So, it's a gold farm. It's a very crude gold farm. It's not very good, but it's the first one I've ever done, so... It's really an AFK farm. You basically you leave it on while you're not doing anything. You just let the game run and stand here and wait. And then when you come back to the game, it'll be there. Like, there's been times in this world and even other worlds where, like, I've just left the game running, turned off my TV, and I was in a safe spot, and just went to get coffee and came back. Well, I got this one from a tutorial. It's that JC Plays person. Every time that I swear, so many of his tutorials are so useful. Only problem is you want to try to get it so that it's off when you turn it off, but it's kind of hard to do. There we go. I don't like... It doesn't really matter to a certain degree, but I don't like leaving it lit. Just for safety reasons, in case a ghast comes through it or something. See, they die and then they drop rotten flesh and gold nuggets, and then you can take the gold nuggets and turn them into gold bars. And see, you don't get much from it, so it's not really that good. I don't use it that much. Like I said, the only time I'll really use it is when I'm gonna do like some AFK stuff. I can tell you really how all the farms work like that. Like, they're all, a lot of them, they're a lot more simple than you think they are. Because we're waiting for those to grow anyways. The sheep farm is the same kind of deal. It's just instead of water, it's shears, right? So, like, the sheep farm also has a clock that turns on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. That's what the ticking you can hear is. Right? And then there's a dispenser behind every single sheep, but instead of a water bucket in it, it has shears in it. So every time that tick goes off, it'll shear them, right? See? You can see his wool pop off. And then the wool falls into the hopper that's below them. And collects it and goes into the storage or whatever. So, I mean, it's the same concept there, right? As the other two. What are the farms? Obviously, the Guardian one, you know how that works because you were literally there when I was fixing it and trying to get it to work to begin with. The Blaze farm is kind of like a similar thing. The Blaze farm is really just... It's a Blaze spawner. It's like the zombie one or the skeleton one or the spider farm. It's all the same thing. It's all about mechanics when you're doing mob farms like that because you just need to know how the mobs work or how they act. Like with a spider, you need to know that spiders can crawl through a 1 block space. Like they can crawl through 1 block as long as there's 2 blocks side by side. And the light levels obviously have to be right? I'm glad we got the skeleton farm working really well a while ago though, because that was definitely helpful. Even if I don't use half of the mob farms very often, I like having them anyways because I like learning and knowing how to do them. Because if not in this world, I don't need them, then in another one I might. You know what I mean? Like, they could be useful later on. I'd like to learn how to do an iron farm. I've really thought about doing one in here, but I'm not sure how to go about doing it because it's a complicated farm to do. You basically need to trap villagers in these little pods and make iron golem spawn. Creep farm, same thing. I've told you this before. It's literally just there's only a single block. It's like a checker pattern, and there's certain blocks that they can spawn on, that, but no other mobs can spawn in here besides creepers because of how it's made. Like, there's trapdoors on the edges and on the edges of, like, the holes in the middle. Those little gaps. So that the creepers think it's a full block and they'll just fall down a hole, right? They don't understand that there's a hole there. They basically don't know there's a hole there. And you put buttons on the floor of those ones, and trapdoors on the ceiling, because creepers are a block and a half tall, and every other mob, like a skeleton, a zombie, a witch, are 2 blocks tall. So in order for them to spawn, they need to be in a spot, like, they can't be under that trapdoor, right? But a creeper could spawn there because that trapdoor is a half a block, so it takes up, so the creeper could spawn there. And buttons stop spiders from spawning. They can't spawn on a block that has a button on it. So that's how that works. It's all about knowing mechanics when you're doing farms. If you know the mechanics of the game and how the mobs work, then you can make a farm to harvest them. Same thing with Enderman, obviously. Like, the Enderman farm is the simplest one. And obviously these trees aren't very tall right now, but if I was here a while and I actually let the trees grow a little bit more, we'd get more chorus fruit. Like, if I let them grow really tall and then harvest them, we'll get more chorus fruit, obviously, because you get a chance of them dropping basically per block. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 times there, right? See? The water flows out of these, right? And then when I hit it again, the water goes back in. And you just replant. That's all. That's all there's to it. And obviously this time I measured it out to make sure they have more than enough space to grow. Because obviously I don't want them growing out over the edge of this either. That way, because we wouldn't be able to pick up the chorus fruit then. But I mean, it's working. It's not working perfectly. It's not like the best farm I've ever done, but it works. It's good enough so that we can get blocks, which is what we need, so, you know. Yeah. I've thought about other farms I could do too. There's a few other ones I'd like to try. Even if just for the fact of trying to learn how to do them. Maybe what we could do sometime, if we didn't want to do it in this world because we didn't want to have an iron farm because it's OP, is we could just go into creative and make one in creative and just try it. An iron farm, basically, you're making a village, and you're basically making this village spawn to a certain degree so that iron golems automatically spawn, because there's an iron golem in every village, and when he dies, another one will spawn. So you're basically just making a farm that spawns iron golems, and then they die, and they drop like 3 to 5 iron ingots, and then obviously you're just harvesting the ingots, right? Anyways, it's that time again. I know, time goes so fast. Sorry, it was kind of a mess stream. I don't really know what to do after the whole corruption thing. Kind of broke my thought process. And yeah, it is kind of sad because iron golems are really cute. You can do it with any mob, basically. You can use any mob to a certain degree as a farm. Just certain ones obviously are more efficient than others, right? Okay, good. Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to do something retro. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.